Hello, everybody. So, let's make sure everything looks good. Okay, get comfortable. I have been working on a whole new computer setup, so I'm like, it looks like the sound is working. Lighting some incense. Offering to my higher self. Oh, so please get comfy. So I do want to talk about, before everybody shows up, I want to talk about what's going on for the rest of the month and what's going on for next month in my class. So Astral Mastery, we are going to be talking with Bill Duvendak on a workshop. I'm super excited about that. Bill Duvendak, that's right. And the topic is going to be how your astrology affects who you are working with. Like, so what in your astrology says what deities or spirits that you could be working with to, get more money or a better career or love, even like what kind of energies should you be working with? What kind of energies complement you? And I'm really excited to work with Bill Duvendak. Bill Duvendak is like world-known astrologer and magician. He does ceremonial magic, so he knows a lot about the occult, and I can't wait to pick his brain. And if you come and join Astral Mastery, you can come to the live class and you can ask him whatever you want. So yeah, the rest of this month. So this month I have large sums of money, quantum leap ritual, which is Wednesday, and I'm not going to be taking any more clients for that by like Tuesday, really, because I'm going to be doing it on Wednesday morning. So I said the cutoff is Wednesday, but it's really going to be on Tuesday. So, and that's where I'm going to be using graveyard dirt from the crossroads. I'm going to remove blocks so that I can quantum leap you to hold large amounts of money. That is my objective for this ritual. I'm going to have like all kinds of, it's going to be fancy, and I can't wait. I can't wait to do it. Erebus, Cerebus, Nyx, those are the spirits that I work with for quantum shifting, and they're extremely powerful, and I love working with them. Let's see. Okay. If you're here, say hi. It is such a beautiful day outside. It's like in the 70s, which is kind of cold for me. But the sun is shining and it's just gorgeous. It's like a gorgeous hiking day. I really kind of wish I was out in the woods. I'm going to be taking down my glow up altar. So Infernal Glow Up is over. It was 10 weeks of us opening the Lilith Gate and then doing a ritual every week for 10 weeks. Oh no. 1 week, there was 2 integration weeks, which we all really fucking needed. Like, we were blasting in rituals and opening the gate. And we summoned, we evoked to Lilith, Athena, and of course Nama. And even Belial showed up. So it was really, really awesome. But that is over. I do want to do another one and open the next gate. So what do you guys like to do? I can do readings. I can pull you an oracle card. We can just chat. It feels like a quiet day to just chat. I did not plan on doing anything for this, so it was more like, what do you guys need? Like, I can send you energy. I can send you quipothic energy from the Lilith Gate, which is very empowering for the divine feminine. What would you guys like to talk about? Like a clairvoyant reading? Yes. I've been practicing my clairvoyant readings. Hi, Demetrius. You got a little crown by your name. You must be my #1 fan. It's good to see you. What kind of reading would you like? Is there something that you were wondering about? Yay! Oh, thanks, Tuka. I got this at the fair that I went to. Where I did readings and Reiki. Whatever energy I pick up. Okay, let's see. Crack my back. You're in a bit of a storm right now, or you're going to be very soon. I see a storm, like a windstorm, like pushing you back, and you're wearing a hat for some reason. I don't know if you wear hats. I can't see you wearing hats, but like you're like pushing against this really big windstorm, and there's sand, lots of sand and dust. So it's really dry and arid. So if you feel like you've been kind of on a hamster wheel lately, I think that is why. There's like a big storm in your astral. I'm not exactly sure. Let me see what it's from. I'm looking for the source of the storm. It's like fire. Interesting. So it looks like a wildfire, almost like a brush fire, and then it's like transmuting into like a storm. So it's not really giving me a whole lot of information about it. Hold on. Let me see if I can clear it up because it's in the astral. It's actually, if you learn to look in the astral and stuff like this happens, like this could be like a storm of emotions. I see water a lot in my astral, and wind is like air, so it could be air. Things people are saying, crazy thoughts, swirling thoughts, thoughts holding you back. Air is a lot to do with communication and thinking. So, hold on. there. So what I was saying, I don't think I got to my point. So when I was saying, but you can look in your astral and you see these things, you can actually stop the storm. Just be like, okay, I see what's going on, and I'm going to put out the fire and stop the storm, because there's something about a fire causing a massive windstorm. Yeah, but I stopped it. So you should feel a bit more relieved and cleansed. Um, you should feel a lot more cleansed, because maybe it does have something to do with the energy work that you do. It's energy work affects you, like when you're doing what you're doing on other people is absolutely affecting you, and in a good way a lot of the time, as long as you're cleansing like constantly. Like when I first started doing this, I would forget to cleanse every day. And so I would take on a lot of trash, especially like parasites that people had, and even the energy that I was working with would start clashing with each other. So who was it? It was one of the spirits. They're like, you need to do this energy work on one day and then this energy work on another day, because they're clashing together and they're creating conflict, they're creating chaos. And so that's what I ended up doing. So I'll do like a soul retrieval in one day, maybe send some attunements, but I'm not going to do that and a multiverse ritual in the same day, because it would kill me. Like, so I started noticing that the energies clash and cause the chaos. So that might be what's happening for you, Demetrius. Hi, Alfie. Hi, Sean. Oh, first time watching. Huh? Welcome. Yeah, I love VK. VK has an amazing website, and I'm also a patron of his. Oh, you were at a spiritual meeting and you did not cleanse. Oh, yeah. I noticed that as well when I go to spiritual gatherings with other people, that if I don't put a shield up that day or I don't cleanse afterwards, spiritual people are kind of gross. Because they're slightly on a different wavelength. They're a little more powerful than like your average person. So if they're not taking care of themselves, if they're not cleansing, if they're, stuck in negative thoughts of any kind, and they're open, they're 10 times more likely to smudge you with dirt, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Alfie, any messages for me? Sure, let's see. Alfie, I feel like you're really right now, you're structuring things in your mind and you're coming up with ideas and different ways to charge people for your services. And I think that's a really good start, because I know last time we talked about how you were taking a break and not letting people take advantage of you anymore. And I think you're on the right track with that. Like, I really feel like in your mind is starting to turn, like, okay, this is worth this is worth this is what I'm worth. Like, that's the kind of energy I feel from you right now. And that's great. You're definitely on the path of, like I said, structure, amping up the structure of what you want to build. But I think it's going to go a different way. Like, it's kind of like you have an idea in your mind, and that is the right way, because this is going to lead you to something else. It's kind of like when I first started, I'm like, I want to open my own business. So I started making graphics for t-shirts, and that's how I ended up with my online shop. It was not the wrong idea. It's how I learned to do the things that I was doing. It's how I learned to create my website and write descriptions and marketing and all that stuff. So it was like a stepping stone, but it's not necessarily what I do now. Okay. Cosmic cooties. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. But yeah, Alfie. So what you're thinking about right now is the way to go. Like it's the right way. That's the feeling that I'm getting for you. So keep going, keep going, keep going. I don't know how many times I hear that from spirit. Keep going, keep going. It's like, oh my god, it's so frustrating. Keep going. Okay, okay. Yeah, I just see you computing ideas, Alfie. Do I ever use storm energy for evocations? I found it tough to keep connections just before a storm broke out. I have not done that. I use storm energy more for spell work than evocations, but you can absolutely do that. I haven't worked with storm energy in a while. When I first started doing it, so keep in mind, Tuka, when you work with storm energy, don't um, awesome, Alfie. Don't channel it through yourself because it'll burn you out really quickly. Don't channel the storm energy through your body. I made that mistake when I was first doing it, and I could barely walk the next day. So please don't do that. It's strong fucking energy. I used a mirror. I would suck it in through the mirror portal and then push it out towards my intention. Yeah, that's because the spirits know it's not about what you're doing, it's about what you're becoming, who you're becoming as a person that's going to lead you to where you want to go. And they know that. And becoming somebody different, changing your identity, which is what magic does. That's the real thing that it does. Um, it takes time. It takes time. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Alfie, I've been offered free TV for a year from one today, and I've stopped doing it free soon. Thanks. I'm gonna do so much reflection now. Oh, good. Okay. How did that go, Tuka? It's almost like it's too much because you're trying to focus on channeling storm energy and then the evocation, so you have to focus on Belial and the storm. It's almost too much. You need to keep your focus more centered on what you're doing, and so doing an evocation with Belial first, and then channeling storm energy towards your intention. That would be much better. Abaddon. Abaddon is one of my patrons, and he has taught me patience in the past. I love Abaddon. I really love Abaddon. He has helped me so much in recent times too. Like, I've been working with him for years. I don't I don't know. I don't really consider the spirits that I work with like patrons or matrons. I kind of consider them who is working with me at a certain time in my life. It's like, because Belial will pop in and pop out, and then Abaddon will come in and come out, and he also likes loves my partner, so he'll talk to him all the time, and they're always around, you know. They're always around. Yeah. Abaddon helped me destroy a lot of fear in my life, and that is something that will stop you from changing your identity into the person that you are becoming that has the things you want. Like, it's like the steps there that magic takes. It's like, okay, you want this. Well, you have to become the person that has that. But first, you have to bust through this fear and you have to bust through this trauma. And by bust through, I mean just realizing that it's there and then working through it. Like, you don't have to kick the door in, although sometimes you gotta do that too. Abaddon is great at destroying negative attachments and fears. I actually have a service with him on my website for that. I was doing evocation before the storm, and he was there before I even started. I think you find two photos interesting. Except I have some mild poltergeist action at the evocation, like a photo, image of floor, so forth. Okay, yeah, close the portals. Close those portals, Tuka. I find that demons don't do a whole lot of poltergeist activity unless they're really trying to get my attention. Like that time that I got my magic wand from this guy in Sedona. They called him, he called himself the wand god, or the wand. I can't remember. It was like, yeah, it was like wand god or something. And I was at work at the time, my job in mental health, and I was watching him on my phone on Facebook, and the demons just like banged on the wall, and I'm like, shit. They're like, that's it. That's your wand. You better get it. I'm like, okay, I understand. You found a photo of your great grandparents on the bedroom floor one day when you got back. So that is a big indication that you have some ancestral blocks. So that I would take that if I walked into my bedroom and I saw a picture of my grandparents on the floor, I would be like, what are the spirits trying to tell me? And I'd be like, okay, those are my relative, ancestor, what's going on there? Okay, I probably have some ancestral blocks. So I would dive into I would dive into looking and removing your ancestral blocks. And there are meditations on YouTube, there are subliminals on YouTube for that, because our ancestors, a lot of them are stuck in poverty consciousness. They're stuck in set in their ways, like things can't be this way, they have to be this way, or money doesn't grow on trees, or true love is controlling and abusive. Like, there's a lot of family trauma in all of our lineages. So it's one of the number one things that I would say someone should do if they're looking to activate better timelines, is remove your ancestral trauma. And it will not be pleasant, but it will not be horrible either. because it's kind of disconnected from you, but it's connected to you, but it's not, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those are big. When stuff happens like that, those are really big signs. I love when they do stuff like that. It's like, yes, finally, a clear message. I understand. But a lot of the times they'll be quiet just so that you can figure stuff out yourself, because that's what's best for you. That's what you need. Use your brain. Use our brains. There's a really good channel that I like to listen to called Demonetta. She has some really good subliminals. For one of them is ancestral healing, and there's a bunch of other ones. Like there's a road opening with Hecate. You listen to it, you can feel the energy in these. Like I will bounce around different subliminals and meditations, and if I don't feel anything, I'll be like, that's bullshit, and then move on to something else. But you definitely can feel the energy in her videos. Yeah, I would do soul retrieval, ancestral soul retrieval for that. Because our ancestors can pass down, I don't say karma, I hate that fucking word. They can pass down missing pieces of your soul from them. I'm trying to think of better words, but it's ancestral trauma anyway. Like that's what it is. So if you do soul retrieval and focus on ancestral trauma, that should clear that up. And if it doesn't, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Amp it up. Do it again. Like sometimes that's what you need to do. It's hard work. Sometimes it's hard work. Oh, good. You found her. Awesome. Yeah. Demonetta. Yes. Oh, you know her. I actually just found her like a couple weeks ago, and I was super excited. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty new to doing subliminals. I've done meditations and stuff like that, but subliminals are new for me. Yeah, karma's crap. I hate the word. There's got to be a better word. Such is my rebellious nature. Like, no, I'm not saying karma. I'm not saying soulmate. I'm not saying twin flame. I fucking hate that shit. Ancestral poverty. Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Oh, good. You know it. Oh, it's so good. It's short too. You don't have to listen to it for an hour. Although I hear subliminals are best when you're asleep. You're not going to fall asleep in the time that it is. So I'd say just go into a meditative state. That'll be best. Do you guys have any questions? Interesting. Did you answer? I tried to close portals, but I'm not sure if I did it properly yet. I also have pain on the walls. Yeah, I can't have that shit in my house. I have kids. They'd be freaking the fuck out. Have I ever let a demon possess me? Yeah, it's fun. Possession is fun. It is really hard to be possessed. Like, the movies are just like fucking stupid. It's actually really hard to get possessed. Like, if you have a demon or spirit that you work with all the time and your energy really vibes, and you do a ritual, you want to set up a circle, do a ritual, and invoke them into like a possession. An invocation is like a possession, only slightly less intense. But you really want to make sure that you're relaxed, because it is really hard to let go and allow a spirit to take you over like that. Like, it's not like in the movies at all. And you still have control over your body, and you still have control over your mind. It's kind of just like you're melting your energy with that spirit's energy, and you're taking on their attributes, so you can actually start, your personality can change a little bit. So it's fun. um, and you can ask them to leave anytime. It's just like a really intense invocation. Belial was big for possessions. Belial was big for possession. He would like possess me when I was going to bed, like when we first started working together, and then a little bit after that, he would just, I'm laying there, because the spirits know that you have to be completely relaxed to be possessed. And if your higher self is like, okay, this is good, they will come in and possess you. But yeah, Belial would come and possess me when I was in bed, half asleep, and I would hear like phrases and words, and just feel like all that vibrating energy, that crazy vibrating energy. Like, it was fun. It was fun. But it will change your personality, like for a day or two. Not so extreme where your family is like, "Who are you?" It's more like subtle, like you notice it. When J.S. Garrett said people faint and lose consciousness when evoking Belial, it doesn't make sense. I haven't got to that point, at least yet. I love to have that. I think it could get to that point, especially if you're not used to all that energy. I've definitely gotten lightheaded from possession before, where it was that intense and my ears started buzzing. It was just like, that feeling you get right before you pass out, that like head rush. I've definitely had that happen. So it's not far-fetched. But I have a really hard time letting go of control. So I have to really trust that spirit. I mean, really trust them. J.S. Garrett said it could be so intense. That's why it would happen. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But I was always laying down, so. I first started working with Belial, I was pretty much a beginner. I haven't actually let him possess me like that in a while. Oh, okay. And you guys have to understand too that we're all going to perceive the spirits in a different way. Like you're going to feel them in a different way. They might even have a different personality because that's just the way it works. They might be more intense or less intense than somebody else has experienced them. Like it's very objective. But spirits like Belial, it is pretty clear cut a lot of the time, but there are slight nuances and differences in how he works with other people and how other people perceive him. That's awesome. I've been working more with the goddess lately. I was working pretty much solely with, I kept Lilith, but I was working solely with like Abaddon, and there was Asmodeus and Azazel, and there was a lot of masculine energy that I was working with. And I decided, well, I didn't actually decide this. And Lucifer, can't forget Lucifer. There's just so many of them that have helped me. But it came to the point where I would do an evocation for them to ask for advice and to talk and be like, well, what are the next steps? Can you tell me about this? Give me some advice about this. And I wouldn't feel much, and they were stepping back. And so I'm like, okay, why are they stepping back? Because it was my time to start working with the divine feminine energy. And so that's when we started working with Nama and Lilith again, and also Athena, like all this powerful feminine energy. And I think it's because I was slightly out of balance there, and I was doing too much rather than receiving. And that's what like divine feminine is about. It's about receiving rather than having to do everything. Being and receiving. So if they ever stop talking to you, it might be time to work with the goddess. They're not ghosting you. Well, maybe a little bit. It's like, come on, guys, where are you? What the hell? Nama, she appears differently to everyone from what I have learned. To me, she appears very motherly, but she can be like sisterly. She can even be a lover. I heard that sometimes when a man calls her, she comes as a lover because she lives in the incubus and succubus realm, and so she will appear as that many times. But I feel her as very motherly. She lights a fire like in my stomach, like I love it, and that helps me to focus and allows me to receive That's how I feel her. And I remember when I was dating this guy years ago, excuse me, he had been through the Quifoth, and he told me that when he went through the Namagate, which was Lilith, she would continually tell him what a piece of shit he was, like every day. And looking back now, I'm like, oh, you go, girl. He was a piece of shit. So I would say that I wish that I had met her and worked with her more deeply, more on a deeper level, like years ago, because I never would have ended up in a relationship. So like, I think of that as, so to him, she was a bully because, well, he was a piece of shit. So she's very straightforward. If she doesn't like you, she's gonna tell you. You and Nama have a strained relationship. What do you mean by that? Details, Demetrius. Details. I mean, as many as you want to share. On this very public platform. They're sexual and violent. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Why do you think that is? I find that interesting because she's so soft with me. Well, I wouldn't say totally soft. She definitely brought somebody into my life that um, reminded me of the BDSM stuff, so I could see that. Doing working at the Good Loss, she would always jump on me or want me to fight her. She wanted to bring out your fight, man. Are you passive? Or are you a fighter? Same. So she was trying to provoke you? I wonder what that was about. when it comes to Nama, like, she does what the fuck she wants. So she wanted to do that. She wanted to provoke you. She enjoyed it. Do you have a tendency to like aggressive women? Feisty women? Yeah. Yeah, my partner's like that too. That might have something to do with Venus. He has Venus in Aries, so tends to attract feisty women, or he likes women who are more assertive. So it might have something to do with your Venus sign. Yeah, she does. That is true. That is a good point. Your beast. She brings out your beast, and that's whether or not you are ready to face it. She doesn't care. She's like, you're gonna see it anyway. Don't all women like that though? Yeah, women want to be strong. They want to be with a strong man that can hold them because they want to be able to be their messiest, craziest, insane self and still have somebody there that can handle it. Illegal? It's the civilized world. Well, yeah, there's some stuff that it's illegal that's really stupid if you ask me. Yeah. I'd say if Nama attacks you and does crazy things with you, that is a huge compliment. For real. Because to be able to hold that energy, that says a lot. Because you're obviously someone like a narcissistic male or a male who has too much ego. I don't think they could handle that. They'd be like, "Who is this bitch?" And they wouldn't get it. So I think, in a way, like Nama felt safe to be crazy with you. I can totally understand that. I get it. I do. I get it. Hello, neighbor. Didn't think I was done with you yet, did you? She popped up on you. Yeah, I have a feeling she's not done with me yet either. We're gonna be doing gamma Gamma Lyle. I can't say it. A couple months probably. Yeah, strong willpower and emotional intelligence. It's the second. It's the second. It's a Lilith and Samael gate. Divine union of feminine and masculine. What did you dream about? I love to hear people's weird dreams. Observance of oneself and desires. I can't wait. I'm excited about this. Lilith was incredible, even going through it a second time. Like, I got so much out of it. Yeah, I started in the middle. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I started in the middle of the Quffoth. And it was not a good idea. I do not recommend it at all. I did a little bit too much jumping around. And things... yeah, all kinds of strange. Things could have been easier for me if I didn't jump around. Where did I start? Mars, Jupiter, then Saterial. And then I ended up going back to Lilith. Do not recommend. But the person that was leading me through the gates was not a very good leader. And so they didn't explain to me what exactly I was getting into, what exactly I was doing. It was under the guise of a meditation, and I didn't have any clue. They did not say, oh, this could destroy your life. It did destroy my life. It destroyed my life, my family, like, because I wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I wasn't in a healthy place. However, if I had started at the beginning with Nama, I would have more tools in my toolkit to handle the situations that I went through. So instead, it was devastating. So absolutely, if you're going to go through the Quffoth, go through the beginning first, because it gives you the tools to handle the rest of the gates. Still a little bitter about that. That I should be. I am bitter about it. I think it was Stigarian. I can't, it's such weird words. I can't remember the names of them. Hold on. I know Mars was first. Mars is... Is that Satirial? Excuse me. Ugh. Not Doth. That's not it. Gulachab. I started at Gulachab, which is, in this book, it describes it as Gulachab is Gulachab is a lake of fire, the pit of destruction, the fiercest and most violent force of all the Qlipoth. And I started there. Okay, what the fuck? Oh my god. I can't believe I did that. And then I went through Jupiter. This one, I cannot pronounce it. That was the next one I went through. Gagoshibla, the Smiter. And then Satirial. And then back to the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jen, I think you have gone through it, but it's almost like it gives you more of a power boost when you actually go through it and you learn a different level to the things that you've already learned. So I think working with the spirits like Belial, Lucifuge, they bring you through the spheres, but in like a kindergarten way. So if you actually open the spheres. I definitely recommend this book by Astinus Mason, or The Temple of the Ascending Flame. It's really good. Sorath, oh boy. Yes, she's amazing. Yeah, no, it was definitely not a good starting point. And looking back, I could have died. Like, I was not equipped to handle what life threw at me after that. I was not equipped to handle it. What is your death? I haven't been through that one. Pagan Discord servers that were toxic. Yeah, I hear that. It's definitely worth it. Like, if I had started at the beginning, like I said, it would have been so much better. I would have been handling it so much better. But the person that had me open the gates with them knew that, and like, oh, they knew what it was going to do. They knew it was going to happen, and they didn't tell me. And I know I shouldn't be a victim about it. I'm not a victim. I should have researched it and been like, okay, what is this gonna do? You know, I should have researched it. But I trusted this person, you know, and not a good idea. Do not trust people with your spiritual development, ever. I don't care who they are. Take charge of it. Probably. I'm not even in it yet. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. I do not wish what I went through on my worst enemy. Well, maybe one. be one worst enemy. Yeah, I should have researched it. It's on me. Oh, I need to go soon. My child wants to go paddleboarding. It's kind of cold out though. So I'm gonna fall in the water. I actually hate water. I don't like it touching my skin unless it's warm. I really don't like it. So being in a cold lake sounds terrible to me. But do what the kid wants, I guess. Get her out of her bedroom. Do you guys have any last comments, questions before I take off here? So Wednesday is a group ritual. Large sums of money, and then next month we have a workshop with Bill Duvendak on my Astro Mastery class. What else do I have going on next month? We're gonna do like a 30-day challenge too. 30-day challenge on getting Delulu about journaling, kind of like a manifestation journal on crack. We're gonna do that. Thank you. I hate cold water. Why is it touching me? It feels so gross. All right, guys. Well, I hope to see you next week. I should be on next week. My daughter has an appointment on Monday. But I think she wants to cancel it. You're welcome. I'm going to try and be on next week. If not, oh, and tomorrow I'm having a podcast with Eric Moore, who is a healer and also a blog. He writes blogs. And our conversations are always interesting, so I hope you don't miss it. And that's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Because we're going to do it live. I don't think I told him that yet. Bye, guys. See you later.